Welcome you to another episode of School of Airway. Dr. Torres here demonstrating on a mannequin how you can become very self-sufficient. And these are techniques that I learned from paramedics, who are basically two-man teams. One person is driving and the other person in the back is trying to hold down this patient, like hold down the fort and trying to resuscitate a patient. That's why sometimes they have more than one crew to help. But if you're by yourself in the back and you have to do an airway, this is how you do an airway without someone pulling a stylet out or bagging. So I'm going to remind everyone, almost everyone here was born with this thumb, and I don't think we have any Homo erectuses or any other species working. But today we're going to work with Homo sapiens. I volunteer. All right, so I'm going to remind everyone I'm a primate. Okay? So we're going to intubate. Preface this that I'm not going to go through the whole deal of like 5-point auscultation. I'm going to bag to prove the tube went in. So I'm going to show all these techniques of how I would intubate and remind everyone I can use my thumb. Okay? So I want to start traditional. And no offense, I'm biased with the bougie, so I'm going to remind everyone I'm a bougie lover. All right? So I'm going to use a Macintosh plate, size 4, and intubate. Be a primate. Now, theoretically, the tube is not going to run out. So if I've secured it, inflate. Everyone is taught that like the gingerbread man, he runs away. He does not. That tube did not run away. That's right. I'm going to reenact the same thing with another device. With a Miller. People say, who uses Millers? An older guy named Torres. All right? Now every place will have a video laryngoscopy, but every place will have a Miller because it gets sold with the Max. Okay? So again, patient was already pre-oxygenated with nasal cannula face mask. And this is to show you that if you know what you're doing, you can actually hold your tube without anyone passing it to you. Another thing I learned from EMS. So sweep. Unfortunately, I can see the cords without this, but it's okay. Put this in. Again, I'm a primate. The tube is not going to run out. Lip line, a little shallow, 22, shoving it. We'll inflate to prove to anyone the tube is in and I'm not faking it. It's not Instagram. Okay. Again, I'm rehearsing and trying to remind yourselves I will use my thumb. Okay. Now, how do I use it for this device? And this is a brand new version of a Miller blade, right? And those who don't believe, it's called the V-scope, the V-scope, VIE scope. Right? So I'm going to again go and intubate. See the cords? Now this is a unique device. You go down the chute, goes in. Now, they may not like this, but I actually try to practice my video laryngoscopy and prove to other people I can use my thumb. I can watch the tube enter the cords again. Went in, lip line 23. Still a primate, make sure no one else pulls this tube out. Now, respiratory may try to be your friend, your senior may try to be your friend. I got this. So regardless of the device you use, if you're using video laryngoscopy or regular traditional direct laryngoscopy, it's not that hard to remind yourself you're a primate. Tricky stuff. So this is one version of a video laryngoscope. But of course, I'm biased. I'm a bougie. Now, the whole theme is not to invest in bougie. The whole theme is to first pass success. Determined by Dr. Levitan, my teacher. Again, you can hold the mouth open with the tube. Sweep. Now, other people can witness my success up here. ELM either helps or doesn't help. And other people could be witnesses to my success. All right? Again, I'm a primate, securing the tube. And everyone saw that I was successful. But everyone wants proof with the end-tidal CO2, lip line, bagging. It seems redundant, but you have a thumb and need to use it. If you don't use your thumb, I don't know why you remind yourself you're a primate. I will always remind you you're a primate as long as you're my student. Okay? Now, the cool stuff that everyone uses, right? So, there's different hyperangulated blades that exist in the world. This is called a co-pilot, designed by certified nurse registered CRNAs. Okay? So, now for this device, I'll have to use the monitor. I can still hold the tube, sweep, some cords. Like a good marriage, I'm going to stay in the empty space as much as possible. Pop the top, little nay-nay, go to the side, push down, appropriate lip line, 22, 23. Wow, I'm still a primate. Right? People still don't believe the tube is in. Have faith. You'll get to see chest rise, because not everyone got to see the monitor. But those at the head of the bed who saw the monitor will agree the tube went in. Now the last two parts, I want to go over with, again, the glide scope. Now the glide scope. Traditionally, people have been using a hyperangulated blade. This is what I let the residents use as interns and novices, so I can see what they're seeing. So when I ask them a question, I know whether they're lying or not. If they see the cords, I believe them then. So I can usually use the monitor, but to keep their skills and my skills sharp, I'll let you, the audience, watch the monitor, and I will keep on my traditional DL skills. Right here, so I'm going to hold, but this is making it a little bit more difficult. And guess what? I am ready, in case I fail with this technique, with this blade, to use hyperangulated with this stylet. Top. Lip line 23. Again, I'm on primate. And some of you guys may not have seen the screen, so you guys will believe. Chest rise, misting, end-tidal CO2. And last but not least, we're going to go to the blade that everyone is raised on. Hyperangulated glide scope. All I have to do is switch out the blade. Can't wait for the magnet to go connections to start. Okay. All right. Now traditional. And again, I'm going to emphasize I'm a primate. Again, enter to the side. Visualize. And show off. I just made a Mac view. I will intubate. Stay in the empty space with your tube. Watch it enter. Pop the top. Little nay-nay. Shade it to the side. Watch the cuff enter, a couple centimeters. Lip line's out to around 23. Again, I'm a primate. To keep the tube secured, Let's pull at the stylet. Over anxious people will go a reach, and you know what you do? You don't slap their hands. You do a little bit of a wave, or you just do a little. All you're trying to do is tell people, I got this. I'm not being an arrogant person intubating. I'm just trying to be a person that I'm protecting my airway that I worked so hard to get the tube in, and I'm not getting it dislodged by someone over anxious, being over exuberant, taking the stylet. That makes sense? So the tube is in because everyone saw the monitor. Everyone should be seeing the end tidal, quantitative. And then everyone at the end should be seeing symmetric bilateral chest rise. And that is to emphasize that I am a primate.